Dr. Ashley Spector. I'm the Health and Wellness Coordinator for our school this year, and I wanted to give us some back to school tips. Going back to school can be very challenging. It's stressful on adults as well as our kids. So one thing I want to do is I want to try to reduce the amount of stress and anxiety that everybody is feeling getting up in the morning, getting back started with a school routine. So one thing I'm encouraging parents to do is to try to prepare themselves and their students. That way the morning of going back to school isn't as stressful. One thing I'm doing with my family is I'm doing a checklist. I have a checklist of what my kids need to do the night before. So I've laid out that they need to pack their lunch, they need to lay out their clothes, and they need to prepare a water bottle. So one thing that I really want parents to focus on this year is making sure our kids are getting good nutrition. So when you're asking your students to pack their lunches, please include fruits and vegetables. Doctors recommend that we should be eating at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables every single day. So unless your kids are getting fruits and vegetables at breakfast and getting them at dinner, you're just going to struggle to get the appropriate amount of fruits and vegetables if we don't get fruits and vegetables ideally during every single meal of the day. So one thing that I tell my kids, one thing that helps me be less stressed about meeting that requirement for fruits and vegetables, and B, helping me make their lunch and prepare their lunch, is I will go to the grocery store and I will buy a veggie tray, and I'll get my kids around me with their lunches, and I'll tell them that they need to pick 2 vegetables to put in their lunches, and we do this every day. It's really empowering for the kids because they get to choose which vegetables and fruits that they prefer, and it's really great for me because I see them making smart choices and healthy choices that will hopefully translate into adulthood. So the purpose of this video is to try to get you guys to do some type of checklist, pack lunches the night before to alleviate stress in the morning, and to make some healthy choices like choosing fruits and vegetables to include in your child's lunch every single day. The next thing on my checklist for my kids to do the night before is lay out clothes. So Fiona has put her clothes and her shoes closed-toed because we probably have PE or some type of activity. So even though it's summer and they want to go flip-flops, let's still try to get some closed-toed shoes. That way we can be prepared for whatever activities they have planned for us. But have your child lay out clothes the night before. That way they don't have to stress out or even think about what they are going to wear that day. I know back to school fashion's a big deal and it's stressful on little fashionistas. So try to have them pick out and lay out their clothes the night before. That way we don't have any groggy early morning confusion and stress associated with it. Last but not least on our list of things to do to prepare for back to school and to try to reduce our stress by getting things ready the night before is have your student prepare a water bottle. There's not a lot of opportunity for kids to go to drinking fountain throughout the day. They might get thirsty, but we want our brains to stay nice and hydrated. So please have your student prepare a water bottle and lay it out. Make sure everything's labeled, and this is a great way to start your week stress-free. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Ashley Spector. I'm the Health and Wellness Coordinator for our school this year, and I wanted to send out some quick health tips before we got going on this year for school. One of the things that I want to discuss is backpacks. I'm a chiropractor, so keeping kids and adult spines healthy is very, very important to me. One thing that I want to point out about backpacks is that they need to be worn properly in order to not stress the spine. So I'm going to put this on my son, and we're going to make sure that it's adjusted as well as we possibly can. One of the things that I'm looking for is that the main portion of the backpack is centered over his torso and that it's not too low. If we had the straps not adjusted properly, if they were too loose, his backpack would hang much lower on his torso. and it would start causing excessive strain. So we want to make sure to adjust our backpacks for our kids to where the torso is supporting the backpack as best as possible. Another really, really important tip for the backpack is that you don't want the backpack to be heavier than approximately 10% of your child's weight. So for little ones like my kindergartner here, that's really, really important because it's very easy to overload and stress their spine. So for kids that are small and can't support a lot of weight without causing posture changes to happen, I recommend a backpack that has wheels that can roll. So a rolling backpack is a really good way to prevent your student, your child, from carrying excessive weight along their spine and altering their posture. If you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, look out for some more healthy tips this semester.